1, 2, 3, 4. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on.
I didn't know it was Wear Red Shirt Day.
I'm redder than you.
I'm a little more burgundy, aren't I? Or
That's more
maroon.
Burgundy.
It's maroon.
You're Ron Burgundy. You're Mike Burgundy, Ron's cousin.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, San Diego. Stay classy.
Yes,
okay.
of course.
Stay classy, Livingston.
It's Mike and John Got It Going On, brought to you by Firehouse Doors.
And big things happening today. We're going to talk The Less You Know with Rich Perlberg. He apparently needs directions on how to get through a roundabout. Some people do.
You know, the roundabout's still a point of controversy. People it's still
some people
unclear on the concept.
Well, some people just don't like
They
roundabouts.
don't like them. Yeah.
So we'll get to that today. We'll find out if we got a winner in last night's WNT Wednesday Night Trivia. Your 2-cent history lesson coming up. And as we get things underway, we'll take a look at local news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
All right, here's what's going on. It's not a roundabout, but it's a flex route. Yes, the Michigan Department of Transportation inviting the public Wednesday to learn more about the proposed building and maintenance of the US 23 Flex Route project. In a flex route, a highway shoulder is turned into a lane that can be used during periods of heavy traffic. At an event held at the Green Oak Township Hall, MDOT representatives said Phase 2 of the project will begin next spring, although MDOT will be conducting preliminary utility work before that. They said that the different parts of the road will be under construction at different times so as not to drastically affect commuters. So when you're in that backup, remember, you're not being drastically affected. Phase 1 of the endeavor was completed back in 2017 when the flex route lane was added from US 23 between M14 and 8 Mile. This latest will take it from 8 Mile up to I-96. And representatives from MDOT confirmed the new section of flex route will connect with an area of I-96 that currently operates as a permanent 3-lane road. Complete details on the project are on our website, mikeandjohnpodcast.com. The Livingston County Sheriff's Office and the Alice Training Institute have teamed up to bring Alice Instructor Certification Training to Howell next March. Alice stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. The 2-day instructor course, which will be held at Parker Middle School in Howell, teaches what organizers call a, quote, proactive response option survival strategies for violent critical incidents, ensuring a trauma-informed approach to civilian active threat response training, end quote.
That's a lot.
If you want to read that for yourself, it's at mikeandjohnpodcast.com. Now, according to a press release from the Livingston County Sheriff's Office, the goal of the Alice program is to empower individuals to participate in their own survival in the gap between when a violent situation starts and when law enforcement arrives. Again, details at mikeandjohnpodcast.com. And a local police officer has been recognized for life-saving efforts. Howell Police Department Officer Brad Sharlick was recently honored for what were described as courageous and heroic actions when on October 11th, while on patrol, he discovered a subject lying unconscious partly in the roadway. Officer Sharlick called for EMS and officer backup, and with the help of Sergeant Voorhees of the Livingston County Sheriff's Office, administered Narcan to the subject, who then regained consciousness. Once able to speak, the subject admitted that he had gone to Detroit where he purchased and then took heroin. Authorities suspect once he began overdosing, the subject was pushed out of a vehicle and left on the street. With the cold temperatures, it's believed the man may not have survived if not for the observance and swift actions of Officer Sharlick. Because of that, he was awarded the Professional Excellence Life-Saving Award. And that is what's going on.
And news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton. Don't forget the Zagani Trunk Show this Saturday.
Mark Binkley could barely drive a car when his dad bought the best jewelry store in town from Mr. Cooper. He spent a lot of time there after school and weekends, enough to know that he loved the jewelry business. Mark and his family were exiting a Sunday church service when Mark saw something more dazzling than any precious stone: barbelockery. Successful and beautiful was a combination too great to resist, and around Valentine's Day, a nervous and pale Mark Binkley asked Barb Lockery to be his bride. They were married in the rustic, cozy church sanctuary where they met and decided to build Cooper and Binkley Jewelers together. You'll see them there every day, working hard just like you, helping people make special times in their lives even more special with a gift from Cooper and Binkley. They'd love to hear your stories of romance at Cooper and Binkley Diamond Jewelers in lovely downtown Brighton.
All right, you said the Zagani Trunk Show this weekend?
That's this Saturday.
All right.
At Cooper and Binkley Jewelers.
All right.
All kinds of Zagani stuff out of a trunk.
Well, yeah. It's a pretty nice trunk.
I don't think it's the back seat.
It's not like a 74
car
Vega.
trunk. No,
you
I think
know.
it's actually like a treasure chest.
Yeah,
trunk.
exactly.
I think, but
That's
I don't know.
well, it's a classy.
Maybe it's a briefcase.
It's a classy trunk show. It's classy.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Last night in Wednesday Night Trivia, WNT, which is brought to you by real estate agent Tanya Zirkle, but sold by Tanya Z.
You know, her motto is "Comfort is the key to home."
Yes, it is. A survey shows 7% of women have done this on their lunch break. We want to know what it is. You ever
And again-
wondered, what's she doing on her lunch break?
Right. And again, a small percentage. I mean, less than 1 out of 10.
So boom chicka wow wow, which was an answer, not the correct
And
one.
who gave that answer?
I don't remember who gave the boom chicka wow wow.
It's
It was a woman.
Oh, it wasn't
No, it was
Brandon?
no, it was Molly.
Okay.
Brandon actually
Yeah.
gave us a video.
Oh, well.
Scan down and take a look at
Do
that
we need
one.
to delete that, or is that going to run
it's
into
a-
some, you know...
It's a clean video,
Yeah,
and depending on
okay.
how you think,
I see.
you could be thinking a few different things. It could be she's washing her dishes in Palmolive.
Okay.
or something else. She softens. Maybe she does the dishes. Others said, gotten a
You'll have to go to
massage.
our Facebook page and see for yourself.
We'll let you determine that. Others said, gotten a massage.
Or a message.
Or a message on her. Maybe she got a message. Laura said a nooner, which was pretty close to the boom chicka wow wow.
Well, yeah.
Kevin said quit. I'm going out to lunch and I'm not coming back.
Now, Renee, on the other hand, said ate at their desk and just worked through lunch.
Renee, the employee of the year.
One of
Renee.
those.
Show off.
Yeah.
Sharon said take a nap. Rebecca said knit or crochet. See, now that would make a little bit of sense because it's not a lot of women. When you're looking at 7%, it's like, what am I going to do today? I think I'll just sit here and knit. Kind of like the lady used to do at the Red Wing games. Called home.
Whatever happened to that lady? Did they...
I
Because she had her moment.
Yeah.
But it's been a while.
I think she's
That's many years.
knitting in a better place.
Where she's knitting, the Red Wings are winning.
Shaved her legs. Had an adult beverage.
Susan, a.k.a. Cougar, just went right to it and said, had a shot of whiskey. Forget the adult beverage stuff. We're just going right
It
to
was
the
probably
whiskey.
Fireball.
Yeah, well, of course. Drove home to use their bathroom.
Well, some people, they like that privacy.
I understand, but it's either like if you know you're going to have a blowout.
It's a blowout sale.
Now,
At the
me on
office.
the other hand, I'm like, if I'm going to have a blowout, I'd rather do it somewhere else.
Yeah, we know. So, let's see. Other ones? Grocery shop. Get their nails done. Shopping online. Popular guesses. Although there's probably more people that have shopped online during their... Why wait till lunch? Do it while you're on the job.
Well, yeah.
Go enjoy lunch.
That's what the computer works for.
Exactly.
Carla Ann said breast pumped. So if you're a new mother, yeah. That's something might be doing.
Just gone home for lunch. Our good friend Jordan
Yes.
got the answer right.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Really? That is the answer? Okay. I mean, I knew that.
Yeah, I'm glad you paid attention to when I sent you the question and the answer.
I don't read that stuff. Oh, I mean, yeah.
7% of women during their lunch break changed clothes.
Right.
Now that could be a variety of different reasons, and some of the other answers may have tied to that clothes changing.
Boom chicka wow wow.
Perhaps. Maybe they went to the gym
Oh, yeah.
and had to, got a little sweaty and
Maybe they spilled coffee.
yeah.
That'd be more
Or
me.
maybe they went home to use the bathroom and things got out of
They
hand.
really had a blowout.
So, congratulations to Jordan.
All right.
Yes.
Jordan,
Changed their
yes.
clothes
Okay.
during their lunch break. Maybe just like, you know what? She's wearing the same thing I'm wearing. Like
Oh.
today, if I'd have known
Oh,
you were wearing
yeah.
I would have said, oh.
You know what I'll do from now on? I will.
I'll go on lunch break. I'll change that.
I'll take a picture when I'm getting dressed and send it to you.
No, that's just weird. Please don't do that.
Like block. Hey, why's my number blocked?
Why do I keep getting these pictures of time? Should I wear this? How does this look? No.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't care.
All right, Mike and John got it going on, brought to you by Firehouse Doors. They've been serving Livingston County residents for the past 24 years. They're a family-owned business. They strive to treat each customer like family. I am a customer and get excellent service from them. Mike Witt, a proud U.S. Air Force veteran, and they're your one-stop shop for residential, commercial, and rolling steel overhead door needs, also known as your RSODs. So if you need an RSOD...
And who doesn't need an RSOD?
Exactly. Firehouse Doors, that's the place to call. 810-599-7480.
Now, is that a landline, do you know, or is that a cell phone?
I believe it's a cell phone.
That's good. You can send Mike and Kim pictures of what
I'll
you're
send
going to
them a
wear for the
picture.
show.
Okay.
I'm sure they'd appreciate that.
Sure. Why is this blocked? Why is everyone blocking me? I don't understand.
Well, there may be a few reasons
Yeah.
for that.
Okay.
Well, it's time for the less you know. And
Oh,
that's
it is. And we should mention, by the way, trivia brought to you by Tanya Z, sold by TanyaZ.com.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rich. Are you in a roundabout as we speak?
I'm sometimes feel like I'm often in a roundabout.
Yes. Sometimes life takes you in that path, doesn't it?
It does, because the roundabout.
Yes. Now,
But
cue.
no, I'm looking straight ahead, driving very
Full pedal to the metal.
Now,
pedal to the metal.
Now, we here in Livingston County, we have been introduced to roundabouts for, more than 10 years.
At least 15. 23 went up with that double roundabout. Wow.
And,
Triple.
Yeah, it is kind of a
it is
triple.
kind
Yeah,
of a
when
triple, but it's like a triple Lundy.
Yeah.
I think the degree of difficulty is 7.8 for that.
For the average person, some people it's a 10.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I think we're going to talk about roundabouts this morning, but that one that they built over 23 near the Green Oak Mall certainly exploded roundabout as a topic in Livingston County. I mean, it's hard to find people who are lukewarm about it. They either love them or totally hate them.
Right.
Yeah. And that one, I think if you end up on 23 or back on 23, you kind of learn your lesson on how to use the roundabout. It's trial by error in a way.
But you only ever make that mistake once.
You're like, crap, I'm in Ann Arbor
Because you
now.
learn, right? Because that did happen to me one of the first times I went in that roundabout. I did end up back on 23 South. I'm like, what the hell?
Okay, so true confession, right? Yeah, I had that too, where all of a sudden I go, I didn't plan to be here.
Right.
I was at a book signing deal. Mitch Albom came over to Barnes and Noble to do one, and all of a sudden he's not showing up. He's a half hour late, and finally they get a call from his driver. He's, I guess, important enough to have a driver. The guy got so confused on the roundabout, he got on the expressway going the wrong way.
Yeah.
I'm in Toledo. I don't know how to get off.
We're relocating. We're at another Barnes and Noble because of the roundabouts. But yeah, I mean it's probably happened to just about everybody where you kind of end up in the wrong spot.
It's a little difficult. I mean, it's. I remember when they first put it up, some of the engineers and I think Mike Crane, the former road commissioner, saying, there's going to be signs. It's going to be really easy.
Yeah.
Well, if you watch the signs, you're going to have an accident.
Yeah, you got to watch the guy in front of you, and the ones coming from your left into the roundabout from the other direction.
And they eventually
Too much traffic and too many decisions in a very small area.
Well, there's too many lanes. As you remember, a few years later, they actually reduced one of the lanes out of there because it was too confusing.
That's right.
Yeah, they moved it into the flex lane on 23.
But I feel really bad. You said trial by error and you get used to it and then you know what you're going to do. But what about the first time somebody goes through there? Somebody's from out of town, and I can't imagine they can figure that out very easily. I think it's pretty confusing.
Well,
and I like roundabouts.
Right.
But I think it's difficult.
Well, roundabouts are maybe newish to Michigan, but they've been around for a long time, especially like you go to Massachusetts, where they call them rotaries.
Or circles and
listen to this,
crop
because
circles.
I have information.
Uh-oh.
There's actually 3 different types of traffic circles.
Okay.
Rotaries, roundabouts, and traffic calmers.
Really? All right.
Traffic calmers.
Yeah, it's kind of like ones
Oh,
that had
in a
your
subdivision?
whole,
Yeah.
those little swerveabouts on Clinton and
Oh, you mean those bumps I go over in the winter?
Yeah, they're pretty much.
What was that?
Which helped me on this one, and I know the late great Steve Manor loved the traffic calmers, the traffic circles, whatever you want to call them. But I just don't get it. The idea is to slow traffic down. I didn't know if there was that much traffic on those two streets, but they have them at intersections, several places where they have both the traffic circle and a four-way stop.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you slow down a car that's already come to a
Well,
four-way stop?
and I will say that in some of those traffic calmer intersections like you're mentioning where there's the four-way stop as well, sometimes you get there and the other cars stop, and even though they got there first and you're like, go ahead, you were here first, and they're like, no, you go. And you're like, no,
It's
you
like
go.
Chippendale.
It is like, and you're like, just someone, for dear God, go.
Yeah, also you got road rage at a calming thing. That seems a little ironic. No, the same thing happens at a much greater speed out at Green Oak. You get people who come up to who are in the traffic circles and don't realize they have the right of way.
Yeah.
And they'll start slowing down when they're supposed to keep going. And I think that's probably the toughest part about navigating that. I think part of driving, a big part of driving, is when other drivers have confidence that the other motorists are going to be predictable in what they do, and you get people on that roundabout who get confused and slow down. I mean,
Right.
Now, here's the other side of it, and the advocates talk about this a lot. I haven't seen statistics that talk about how many accidents there are on roundabouts, but the severity is much less.
Right.
And that's the
Injury and
purpose. So.
fatalities, they go down like 90%.
Well, because you don't get the T-bone crashes. You get basically side-to-side collisions.
Precisely. The roundabouts make you slow down because plus you're if somebody knows they're in the traffic who shouldn't be, so you get a fender bender, which is irritating but not serious.
Right.
So I think they're kind of fun. I've been in cars where people almost treat them like roller coaster rides. Woo!
Well, I will say this now, having taught both of my two older kids to drive, to me, one of the great challenges is to say, let's go to the roundabouts, because to me, I'm like, you need to learn how to do this.
Yeah.
And that's like one of those driver training hurdles.
You know what? They should put that in regular driver's training. Driver's ed, take you through a roundabout, even if it's off in a field somewhere, like off a regular traffic.
A practice roundabout,
a practice roundabout, or a roundabout simulator.
I will tell you this: there is this. United States is slow to the game. Europe has these forever,
right?
And people get good at
Big
it.
bad
They
Parliament.
do it. As one car is coming off the roundabout, the incoming car will use it kind of as a moving screen
Right.
and enter that thing, and traffic
Right.
moves really smoothly. The problem we got is again, people aren't used to them, and we don't have that many. I mean, it's I just looked up the stats. Michigan is like 15th in the country in total number, but
Right.
25th in roundabouts per mile. So, and the United States, the East Coast has more, and I guess suburban cities, because it's easier to put them in, because as they're growing,
Right.
you don't have the existing buildings and stuff to put in. But here's a fun fact: Carmel, Indiana is a growing suburb north of Indianapolis, is the roundabout capital of the country. They've got like 125 in a town of about 100,000.
Wow, that's like a tourist attraction.
I guess
Come
it
see
would
the
be.
roundabouts.
Right, exactly.
They're known as the city of roundabouts, and their goal is to get rid of all their traffic signals.
Right.
Saving the electric bill.
Well, here's the thing about roundabouts. People are like, why did they put this dual roundabout here? Why? And you go, well, remember when traffic used to back up off the ramp onto 23, and then it would clog 96, and you would get these huge backups that not only affected 23, but then went on to 96, and were huge problems. You largely don't see that now because it does keep the traffic moving.
Well,
now,
I think
everyone's complaining, but they're moving.
That's right. Now the newest one is the one by Legacy, right? At Rickett and
Yeah.
Yeah, so that, and I know there was for a while there, people were complaining about the construction of that roundabout, and thus we complain about
that's our heritage here in Michigan,
Right.
to complain about construction.
Well, it's kind of an inherited right.
Exactly, that's our birthright. I believe it's in the state constitution.
Yes.
Oh, it is. It's Article 6.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
We want the roads fixed, but we just want you to wave a magic
Exactly,
wand and
right.
it'd be done, and not take any time.
And you also have to stay at least once every season. If you don't like the weather, just wait 24 hours.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you have to say that. But so no, I think they're good things. I just think that there's a lot of resistance to them.
Well, what about the resistance to these flex lanes? Now that
Right,
we're
because-
talking about that, because it's like, why does before you'd get that guy driving on the side of the road to pass traffic and we'd all be swearing at him. Now we're just making it more of an accepted thing. Well, this is a flex lane, you can use it now, but any other time you can't use
I
it.
didn't know there was resistance to it. I thought they were pretty popular.
Well, they just say, let's just make it another
Why
lane
don't
on
you?
the road. Why
Right,
just make
and then
it,
you say because
Temporary.
Yeah.
I think something has to do with the fact that it's not the greatest safety thing is because there's no shoulder.
yeah, you got the wall or
well, but to create a full-time lane actually costs hundreds of millions of dollars more.
It's prohibitive, really.
Yeah.
It should be.
And people, I mean, and then
They're going to build it all the way up to Brighton now, and I think
Right.
they're planning on. Aren't they building them on 96?
yeah, it was in our news. They had an open house last night at the Greenock Township Hall talking about this phase 2, where they're going to extend the flex route on 23 up from 8 Mile, basically all the way to 96. And, I can tell you as many times as I've come out of Ann Arbor and had to come back in and used at peak traffic periods to use that flex lane, it is very helpful. And you're like zipping along and you're like, this is awesome. And then when it ends at 8 Mile, you're like, oh. And then you have to go back down to the 2 lanes.
It works pretty easily because you're going from 2 to 3, you get that extra lane. Coming north, you kind of just move the bottleneck up a little bit.
Yeah, that's basically what it does there. Yeah.
But there was some studying done, again, because the government's nothing if they can't do studies. And once they put that in, that it did shorten the drive. There was a period of minor accidents as people got used to the fact that, we're going down to 2 lanes now. But even that went away. I think it's been a great success. It hasn't cost as much money as John mentioned as a full blown expansion, and it increases the capacity by 50% during rush hour times. That's a nice move.
I think the takeaway from all of this is that humans are not very good at change. We don't like change.
It's tough. Yeah, if we had nothing but roundabouts, and then all of a sudden some guy came with the idea of traffic lights, we'd resist.
Yeah, they go,
Right.
what? I have to stop? Yeah.
What? Idiot!
So that's a roundabout way of getting to that conclusion. How about that?
All right. Hey, just before we let you go, I'm kind of surprised you didn't bring up there's this little game coming up on Saturday.
Oh, I'm such a prototypical Michigan fan. I'm convinced that you're gonna have a letdown.
Ooh.
And even if they don't, I'm more worried about Southern Cal and TCU, because if either of them lose, Ohio State gets back into the damn playoffs. So.
They took the roundabout in.
Wait a minute.
I'm thinking that Michigan, again, it's kind of a replay of what I said last week. If their biggest problem is they still got a lot of injuries. All the injuries that hurt them last week are probably still banged up.
Rich, are you meaning that us two Spartan fans have to
convince you
that the Wolverines are going to go all the way this year?
I mean, that was a heck of a game on Saturday. So
It was something I thought last year's game was amazing, but to see them make those big plays, they had five long touchdown plays. It was just amazing.
Totally unexpected that, but hey, it happened.
Right. Well,
keep it up. Keep convincing me they're going to do well, because I need that support.
well, we know this: Michigan's going to do better in their bowl game than Michigan State.
Actually, I think
They technically still make it.
no, I think they're just going bowling.
No, actually, I did read something. Even with 5 wins, some 5-win teams do get into some of the very low level. I'm like, just say no. Just
If you had a little bit of self-respect, I think you'd say no.
just melt up.
I think
Just
it
go
has to
no.
do with there's 80 teams make it.
Right.
Sometimes there are not 80 teams with 6 wins. So
Right. It's like the NBA playoffs. It's like, really? You didn't make the NBA playoffs? You really got to be bad.
Yeah, just not the Spartans here.
They might get that big game with Middle Tennessee State.
Oh, hey! All right. All right.
All right, Rich. Well, have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Drive carefully.
All right, you do the same. Take it easy. All right, bye-bye. The Less You Know with Rich Perlberg here on Thursdays with Mike and John. Got it going on. So coming up on Saturday, we're in downtown Fowlerville. We will have our tent set up. We have our big banner ready to go to let you know
banner
that we have cash for Christmas to give away.
Now, keep in mind, we won't have the cash on us.
No.
So don't show up with a finger in your pocket. It's not going to help. Yeah.
No. No. We're going to let you enter into the drawing for Monday.
Right.
But you have to enter at Christmas in the Ville.
Right.
Starting around 2-ish.
About 2 o'clock.
2-ish.
Look for our booth. We'll be out there, and it's your chance to enter. It must be 18 over. 1 entry per person and 1 entry per household.
If you get there before 2, you get to help us set up the tent, and you'll get to put your entry in early. we are looking for tent put up
Maybe
assistance.
we can trade entries. Like, you can put in an extra entry
that would be
if you
fun.
do all the work.
I don't know if that's fair.
Yeah, no, it's probably not. We won't do that.
We don't have any set of rules on that, but
No.
we do have 1 entry per person per household.
It must be 18 over.
Yes.
So,
All right.
All right, there you go. So, yes, Christmas in the Ville this Saturday, all-day event.
Chance
Family
to-
event. Looks like a lot of fun. And then, of course, the parade at 6 o'clock.
$1,000 cash.
All right.
To our winner.
By the way, as we mentioned in trivia, Jordan Jensel was the correct guesser.
Yes.
With changed out that 7% of women would say they'd gone home from work to do what? Change their outfits.
Well, they might have changed in their car. We don't know where they went.
Oh, that's
to change
true.
Their clothes.
Jordan correctly
It could have
guessed
been right
that.
in the middle of the office, John. I
Right.
don't know.
That would have
been quite a show.
I tagged him on Facebook, said, "Hey, correct. You are, congratulations, you are correct." He then said, "That's so generous of you to have made this question what determines who wins the $1,000."
No, that's really not how it worked.
I put the little a laughing emoji on that to let him know. Nice try.
Yeah.
But no.
We'll see you Saturday.
Yes, we'll see you Saturday.
For you to put your entry in. It's time for a 2-cent history lesson brought to you by Drew Goebel and Oakland Insurance.
And Michigan-based Frankenmuth Insurance. Give Drew Goebel a call at 248-647-2500.
Today, wow, it's December. How'd that happen, John? Well, November ended, Mike. Thanks for answering.
You answered your own question.
I did. It's Civil Air Patrol's birthday today. Happy birthday, Civil Air Patrol.
That's the cap.
Yep. It's Eat a Red Apple Day today. They're delicious and nutritious.
Or their Honeycrisp.
Well, those have a little bit of green.
Yeah,
mixed
they're
in
kind of
too,
mixed
don't
in
they?
around red, right.
It's National Pie Day.
Have a red apple pie.
And it's World AIDS Awareness Day. 1878 on this day, the first White House telephone was installed. You know who the first caller was?
A lobbyist.
Telemarketer?
Right.
It was a fellow politician saying, hey, vote for me. Yeah. I'm not sure if it looked like the bat phone and was in a cake holder or not.
Crank ones. Hello, Mabel. Connect me to Belvedere 453.
Tyler 1-800.
We do good work.
1891, James Naismith invented the game of basketball.
In Springfield, Massachusetts, I think.
I think it was.
Thought it was.
You had to take a roundabout to get
At
to the game.
at the YMCA. Yeah.
Yes. 1913, the first drive-up gasoline station opened in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
I'm surprised it took that long. I mean, there were gas-powered vehicles for...
But you had to go to the farm or something and get your gas.
I mean, you're right. You would get your gas wherever, and then, yeah.
A couple of years later, the first drive-up gasoline station opened in Howell, and people complained about how expensive the gas was.
Well, yeah,
They get it much cheaper in Pennsylvania.
Well, again, that's our natural born right to be able to complain about, everything.
Gas prices in Livingston County are way higher than everywhere else.
Every year, it's like, why are they so expensive? Well, supply, demand.
1959, the first color photograph of the Earth was taken from outer space. Or was it? Aliens took the shot and mailed it to us.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
We picked it up at the photo mat.
was E.T.'s mom.
She was showing her son, and then he, 20 years
That's
later,
where
he,
the
he
fingers
showed up.
There,
Yeah.
you're going
You're
there. And when you get there,
Wow.
call me.
And hopefully by then they'll have Reese's Pieces.
1967. They're even more expensive, by the way, at the gas station. Do Reese's Pieces here.
Well, yeah, everything is.
1967. Wilt Chamberlain set an NBA record by missing 22 free throws.
Wow. Wilt the still.
Yeah, he was too busy thinking about all the ladies.
Well,
Roberta, Felicia, Megan.
wow.
Kept missing.
Yes.
It was on this day in 1987, a Kentucky teacher lost her appeal in the U.S. Supreme Court over her firing for showing Pink Floyd's The Wall to her class. The court decided that the film was not suitable for minors, with all the bad language and sexual content.
I wish I had a cool teacher like that. What the hell, man? Yeah. We're going to watch The Wall today. All right.
All the kids walked out of the classroom saying, we don't need no education.
Well, yeah, of course.
And they didn't get any pudding because they didn't eat their meat.
Right. Now, my guess is what happened there was that's a day where the teacher wasn't ready
For
to
class.
teach, didn't have a lesson plan.
It's like, we'll throw this in.
They had VHS laying around. Oh, yeah, we're going to watch some sort of educational crap in here. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not that I would.
1995, an auction of Frank Sinatra's possessions earned $2,072,000.
I was going to say.
If you could have one thing of Frank's, the hat, right?
I was just thinking the fedora.
The hat.
Yeah.
You got the Sinatra hat.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's get a fake one and put it behind us for show.
Well, we got the magnet.
Not a real one.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe a cigarette case or. Do you think Frank had a cigarette case? Was he a cigarette case kind of
Where he
guy?
opened it up and it was
yeah.
a little sticky.
I don't know. That might have been too fancy for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could see him just pulling out the
He was the
hat.
chairman of the board. He probably had a guy carrying that case for him and said,
I'm
"Here
Sinatra's
you are,
cigarette
sir."
guy.
Yeah.
Cigarette
His
guy.
name, Ziggy with the Siggy. All right?
Okay.
So on this day in 1998, the first night of the U.S. tour with NSYNC, Britney Spears, and Bewitched opened in Columbus, Ohio. John, how was that show?
Oh, it was awesome. Oh, I can tell you. I really can't tell you.
2004, Tom Brokaw.
There is a Frank Sinatra cigarette case.
There is. Silver. Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
Now, was it Swisher Sweets or was he a,
Well,
was he a
no.
Marlboro kind of
Oh,
guy?
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Tipperillo. 2004, Tom Brokaw signed off for his last night on NBC News. Nightly news.
Good night, everybody.
Tom
I got the marbles in my mouth. I miss Tom.
And in 2020 on this day, Spotify's most streamed artist of 2020 was Bad Bunny. And here's John with a rendition of one of Bad Bunny's songs.
I'll edit it in.
Oh. The most streamed song was Blinded Lights by The Weeknd. But
Okay.
Bad Bunny was the most streamed artist.
Right.
And I think Bad Bunny is on the third year in a row of being the most streamed artist.
Wow.
Bad Bunny.
You're a bad bunny.
I'm a Bad Bunny Abbott.
You're a bad bunny rabbit.
Wow. I don't really know any Bad Bunny songs.
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
I guess I'm too old.
You know what? This is one of those cases. Sometimes somebody will mention a band or something. You're like, I don't know, and you feel really old because you're like out of the music scene.
And now I
Like
feel like
whoever the musical artist is in Saturday Night Live, you're like, I have no idea.
Oh,
who this
that's
is.
almost
Yeah.
every week now.
You know, and how long has it been since you were like, I don't know who this person is? It's been a while.
How long has it been
Yeah.
since you knew who the artist
That's what I'm
was?
saying.
You're like,
I don't.
oh, I know that.
Yeah, right.
Like when The Weeknd was on, I knew who The Weeknd was.
I didn't know who the
And
Weeknd
is.
was. Well, no, was he on before or after his Super Bowl? Because when he was on the Super Bowl, I was like, I don't know who this person is.
Is that where they wore the diapers on their heads thing?
Yeah, it was something.
Weeknd?
And I'm like, it's The
And it was-
Weeknd, and I'm like, no, well, it's Sunday. Yeah, I get it, but I don't, oh no, it's the artist. What?
Well, that was that artsy one, I think, where they were the. It looked like they had head trauma. You know, like they just came out of triage and they were dancing, and yeah. So,
Okay.
So that's your 2 cent history lesson.
Right. And for a mere $25,000, you could have had Frank Sinatra's cigarette case.
$25,000.
Just a mere $25,000.
Okay.
Back in '95.
Oh,
Much less. So.
yeah. That's your 2 cent.
We don't know
history
where it
lesson.
is now.
No, it's probably in some guy's basement. Thanks to Drew Goebel and Oakland Insurance for sponsoring the lesson that you learned so much from, our 2 cent history lesson today.
I mean, this is all you really need. You can unplug the rest of the day.
Speaking of plugs, finish that, and I'm going to look up Bad Bunny.
Oh, they're talking about my hair. Yes, of course, Drew Goebel, Oakland Insurance,
Bad Bunny.
Michigan-based Frankenmuth Insurance, providing the peace of mind you need. They believe the best relationships are honest, upfront, and fair. If you want to get frank about insurance, call Drew. Oakland Insurance at 248-647-2500. All right.
Oh, is that Bad Bunny right there?
I don't
That's
know.
Bad Bunny.
I have no clue. You'll have to tell me. I don't know who Bad Bunny is.
You can shop.
You're going to
Bad
make me
Bunny
look up
on
Bad Bunny now?
Well,
All
that's
right.
Bad Bunny. He's got kind of a funky haircut, but kids these days.
Well, you know the kids. You know the kids. You know how they are. Okay.
Yeah. He's a hipster.
Well, he's got a song called Booker T. I kind of want to hear that one.
All right. God, who
Is that
texting?
Bad Bunny?
I don't know. I'm going to check. I knew a Bad Bunny once. No, it's my mom's Christmas list, so my sister's sharing it with me. I can't put it on the podcast because Mom will hear.
Oh, well.
All right. So that's our 2 cent history lesson for
All right,
today.
I'm playing Bad Bunny right now.
You can't do
no.
that.
Okay.
We'll have to pay.
Yeah, all right. Forget it.
We can't do that. Otherwise, we'll
Bad
have
Bunny's
to pay.
rich enough. He doesn't need our money.
That's right.
We need it.
The bunny money.
I can leave away $1,000.
Hey, it's time to get your car ready for winter. Stop by Murphy's Family Auto for all your auto repairs and vehicle maintenance needs. Make sure you got the windshield wiper fluid, the wipers, the air in the tires is correct.
You gotta
so that
get
little
ready.
thing doesn't come on and beep
Exactly.
continuously while you're driving, letting you know you need air in your tires. They have a package called the Mike and John Whole Shebang.
Well, they do now.
Yeah, they do. We just invented it.
Of course, it's because they do everything. Car, truck repairs, engine, transmission work, or transmissions, not just transmissions.
Yeah.
Electrical services, heating, cooling, brakes, they do the whole thing.
Where's
It's the
my
whole shebang.
transmission?
Well, I want my transmission. Murphy's Family Auto, they're open Saturdays 8 to 1. Give them a call, 517-552-3040, murphysfamilyauto.com.
Tell them Mike and John sent you, get 5% off your bill.
Yeah.
All right.
Not too shabby, really.
That's right. Hey, coming up tomorrow, we haven't done a Friday show in 2 weeks.
That's right.
The great Bonnie Runyon joins us. We'll give away another lunch from the Torch 180.
We have a drawing to do for Torch 180 for the lunch for 2. We
That's
also
why I said
have
right.
another drawing.
We have another drawing?
We do.
Is it for
A $100 gift card from Firehouse Stores.
Yes. I thought we were going to keep that and go out to lunch. No, we're giving that
For
away
a
tomorrow.
$50 gift card.
So we're giving that away tomorrow as well. So
Yeah.
for those that have entered on our Fun and Games link at Mike and John Podcast.
Unless you want to hold off on that. Should we hold off on that?
Well, you already said we're giving it away,
Okay.
so now we got to give it away.
All right. Okay. I said it before, too. No one listens to me. So.
No, they don't.
So whatever.
So we'll be doing that. And since you're on our website at mikeandjohnpodcast.com, don't forget you can get the news emailed to your mailbox.
That's right. Mike
Every
and John
day.
Newsletter.
Yes.
Daily stories right
It's
in your
free.
mailbox, right? And it's, by the way, one of the ways you can enter Mike and John's Gigo Christmas giveaway. If you go to mikeandjohnpodcast.com,
With Cooper and Binkley Jewelers.
that's right, you can enter. There's one of 9 ways to win the beautiful pendant from Cooper and Binkley Jewelers, 14 karat gold, more than $500 value.
You know, figuring out the 9 ways, it's like getting Wordle done real quick. Takes
Yeah.
a little work, but you
Right.
can do it.
Yeah, you see these Wordle people bragging. I made it in 2 guesses. Whatever.
I gave up on Wordle a long time ago.
I tried it once or twice,
I
and
didn't.
I could have like
Except for when we had Mona on to talk about Wordle.
right.
And then after that, I was
I'm
done.
like, this is dumb.
And we are done for today.
Are we?
Yes, we are.
Oh, we're done. All right.
There's a fork stuck in this.
Mike and John got it going on.
This may vary.
You've been giggling with Mike and John. Tune in next time and giggle on.
All right, so I'm not a real techie kind of guy, as most of you may know.
Okay.
John's a little better at it than I am.
I didn't know who Bad Bunny was, so
Well,
I don't know how savvy.
we
I
each
can
have our
really be,
hypnosis.
but, yeah,
And see that hypnosis?
Oh.
Is that a word?
it is now.
So we received, or John sent me this notification from Spotify.
Right.
For those of you that catch us on Spotify.
Right, it's one of the
Because you really can't
platforms.
watch us on Spotify.
No, but you can listen to us on Spotify.
Yes. And I didn't understand a whole lot of it, and it moved really slow, this thing they sent us.
I think that's just your Wi-Fi.
Is that what it is? Because it was like...
Well, you had to advance it yourself.
Yeah, and I did, but
Okay.
it was like, okay.
But it showed all the different... It basically quantified everything through October 31st. We started at the beginning of February.
Right.
And it showed, the number of listeners and different, statistics about the podcast. Doing pretty good. We're in the top 1% of creators.
How about that?
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what that means is we just have longer shows.
We just have a lot of crap.
Yeah. And we thank those of you that
Yeah.
have gone through and watched some of it.
I also want to mention something here in this post show that we did not mention yet.
What's that?
We're in season 3.
We're in season 3?
Yeah,
I didn't even know, because we
Yeah.
could have put a cliffhanger at the end of season 2.
I know. This is technically episode 201.
Well,
Technically, season 3 started yesterday.
we should be in reruns by now.
Where's my residual?
and have like the whole month of December off.
Well, we're our own boss.
We are, but
We could
we
do
have
that.
we have to give away money on Monday, so
Oh,
we
that's right.
technically have to work at least through then.
What are we giving away on Monday? Oh, right, the $1,000 cash.
The $500 cash.
Oh, I'm sorry, the $500 cash and the $50 gift card. For Viral Stores.
we had to make some cuts.
I believe we're going to get audited.
The economy.
It's terrible. All right, so yes, we'll be back tomorrow for episode 202.
That's right. It's like room 202.
That was room 222.
I know.
Yeah.
We're short a little. Maybe room. Maybe room.
I want to be
222.
Bernie. He had that hair.